This is hive 6. We're going to pull the Apivar strips and give them a little bit of feed. They've got a little bit of, they built a little bit onto the top cover, a little bit of wax. They propylized and waxed that Apivar strip in there pretty well. That one too. A couple weeks ago we looked at this hive and said that it was a little light on the food. I don't think it was as bad as hive 1 or 2, or hive 2 or 3. But these first two frames next to the feeder don't have anything drawn. The second frame actually does on the back side. The third frame has a little bit of brood on the bottom even. And some wonky comb. Not wonky, thick comb. Thick honeycomb. Oh my gosh, that has some weight to it. Well, I thought that had brood, but it was brood that they hatched out and they backfilled with honey, nectar. But that right there is a heavy frame.
Look at that propolis.
The two frames, they didn't draw out yet, but it looks like they've actually done a really good job of backfilling full of nectar. They've even capped over some of it. I'm not going to go through all of it today. We're out here mostly just to get the Apivar strips out and give them a little more feed. They like sealing these things together pretty good. They've definitely added some weight to that box. And the bees have been rounding up the hive beetles.
Holy cow.
Right around the hive beetle trap, but they ain't been going in. Hive beetles no more though. So for some reason it looks like most of the frames are drawn out except for over this way. So this is why this one needed more food. It's actually the bottom box that they don't have a whole lot in. Looks like we have about 5 frames with nothing on it.
We can almost take that down to a single.
If in a few weeks this looks like it does now, it is going to be reduced down to a single. And I'm kind of wondering,
Do you see any brood?
I am not seeing any brood. I've seen a brood frame in the top that they've backfilled with nectar, which are starting to get me worried. There is a queen cell with nothing in it.
Hive beetle just went in.
I'm going to have to go through the top box a lot better. We might not have a queen in this hive. I'm hoping she's up in the top box. This bottom box does not look good. If she doesn't have if there is not a queen in here, our best option might be, because this was actually a split off of the hive we now call Hive 9. We might just have to recombine them. This frame, capped honey, and the rest is pollen. Okay, so we do have brood. It was just on the side of the upper box we did not look at first, that I skipped over. She's got a lot of pollen in this frame with brood.
You aren't smoked?
Yes, would you spray a little smoke around my head? I think the wind's not letting it make it. Alright. And there she is. So we're definitely queen right.
Where?
Right here.
That's here.
I'm going to turn this around. Right here is the queen. She's marching around. I'm going to go ahead and get her back in before I lose her. She is a 2024 queen. She's actually not very old of a queen. I think we split her off mid-July. So she ain't really all that old. I would like to see a lot more brood than what's in here right now. But she's got a good number of bees. They need more food.
The Apivar may have slowed her down too.
Yeah, the Apivar may have slowed her down. They don't get much more build up before winter. I think I'm going to reduce this down to a single, just so they don't have to defend as much space. Because they have a little bit more than a box, one single box worth of stuff, but not much more. I'm hoping pouring the sugar water on and we get them built up a little bit better and leave them as a double. The upper box is actually pretty full. It's the bottom box that's a concern. Which with most of the other hives that we have, the bottom box is filled up. And it's the upper box that could use help. So we got a gallon of feed on them. We're gonna close this up. And move on to Hive 9, I think. Might be Hive 8. Hive 8 or whichever hive. We'll see you at the next hive.
God bless.